So this is day 6 of the road trip, where you decide where we go. I set up a poll where you can vote south, east, north or west, and every vote counts for 20 meters. There's a stream so you can keep up with the result of the poll and where I am. Links for everything are in the description. As we got going in the morning, the poll said we should head west. We didn't take the highways but opted for the more scenic routes, though it was a lot more time consuming. We got to Virovitiza. If you ever go, there's this big pink castle. Getting phone reception was pretty hard, so we had some trouble uploading the video of the day. We found a small cafe with Wi-Fi, which turned out to be even worse, but after a bit of struggle we got it out at the end and we could get back to driving. The poll was taking us to the Croatian coast and it was going through Bosnia and Herzegovina. It would actually be quite a bit faster to just stick to the Croatian highways around it, but we're not cheaters, so we drove south to the Bosnian border. Right before the border we stopped and got some chihuapi, since a couple of Croats DM'd me and said we should try it. Crossing the border was fairly quick, but there was a long queue to exit Bosnia and Herzegovina, so we were a bit nervous about how difficult it would be to get out again. Anyway, we were in the Srpska Republic in Bosnia and Herzegovina. We drove on an incredible road adjacent to a beautiful river, which we had to stop and enjoy a few times. Later the terrain became a lot more mountainous as the road went through some sort of canyon. We both realized that the road would take us past Plivice National Park. Here's the very brief backstory if you didn't see my Driving to China series. So Morten wanted to see this park and we were going there a few years ago. Very close to the park our car broke down, but luckily a kind man let us sleep in his backyard while our car was getting fixed. After a few days we got the car back, but we had to give up on seeing the park due to time, so we actually never saw it. Anyway, I seen the Spaghetti Road subreddit and in the comments here that a lot of people were fighting to get us to Plivice, so a sincere and huge thank you. Before we could go to the park there was one thing we needed to do though. First we had to find and thank our old host in Bosnia who helped us. As we found his house again, he was sitting outside in his front garden. We showed up completely unannounced after years, but he recognized us immediately. It was incredible to meet again. He had actually already seen the Driving to China series. We were really happy to see him again. We even had to FaceTime Ty, who had no idea, so he could say hello as well. We brought him a bottle of vodka, which we got in Poland, and he gave us a couple of ice creams. Still a great guy. After our visit we drove towards the border. Luckily there was only about half an hour of queue. Some people noted that the stream had some issues, so I was trying to fix it while we waited for the border checks. Anyway, that should be fixed now. We slept close to the national park before we'll go out and see it today. I have gotten quite a few questions about a lot of different stuff, so I thought I would try and do a live Q&A on my Instagram, Spaghetti Road Official, tomorrow night. I have never really tried that before, so I can't really promise much. If you want you can subscribe to the channel, but I'm out for now as we'll have to go and see the park before we continue.